just in my mindset, how we feel sometimes is how we see this life. But it was just really empowering to finally be on top of things that I have been back burner, and it's just been a really amazing week. In the last 24 hours, I've been very emotional, and I know that there's lots going on in the collective energy going on around us all, and just really emotional. And I know that we're in a full moon at the moment, so it's brought up lots of things for me. Lots of things that I guess in my personal life that I wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning, and I ask my guys just to show me where I'm going. Yes, I can see my future. I can see what's in front of me, but generally, when it comes to timing, I don't have much of an idea. Timing's all I just don't know when things are going to my book. I'm going to set the date already, actually, while I'm online, and even though I haven't fully created the book, but I'm going to say it's definitely going to be out next year by July. So that's going to give me enough time to get it out there so everyone could see and read into my journey. But yeah, it was just very empowering to see that's what I'm going to be doing in the next few months. And it's also going to be very healing for me, given that I've gone through a separation. And it's just, it's empowering to know that there's so many people out there that we all.
Hi, Gemma. Good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Oh my goodness, before I ask where you would like me to look into your life, and I just keep seeing, are you a person that wears hats at all? Are you a person that likes to wear accessories?
I normally wear some things. Yes, I wear a bit of headpieces and clips and things in my hair. I don't wear hats that often, but I do wear clips and bows in my hair, yes.
Okay, because that's the sense I've got coming through. I'm really drawn to around your head area, so that's what it came through strongly. That's, it's the way that you're very unique in how you present yourself, but you're unique as a person. That's how creative you get with your outfits, and you show the world who you really are, and you're not afraid to be yourself.
Yes, that's exactly right. I've been trying to show my new self at the moment. I've actually conquered through a weight loss journey. I've lost 93 kilos, so I've transitioned my whole body and changing up all of my designs and my fashion. So it's very different being able to wear all these new cool things now that I'm a lot smaller than what I used to be.
Wow, you go, girl. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a huge achievement, and to be able to celebrate, the big and the small wins, it's a huge accomplishment, and it's quite a journey that you've been through, and it's you've got new opportunities, even more opportunities coming your way that you never thought was possible, but your mindset has certainly. It's the strength has really shine through.
Very, very excited for new opportunities. Very, very excited.
Definitely. So how can I help you? What else can I look into your life at the moment? What areas are you?
Yeah, I just wanted to get some guidance around my personal relationships and just my family and my current relationship that I'm in at the moment, just how things, if you can see how things will pan that way, and just financially, we've been a little bit stuck in a bit of a bad area, and we just want to see if there's going to be anything positive coming out of the next few months. We're really hoping for a bit of a turnaround.
Yeah, definitely. The image that I have in front of me, I just want to explain it. It's like, when you see a cowboy and they're whipping the whip, and it's like they throw that whip out and that whip comes back. What you put out there comes back, and it's like when you manifest, when you put it out to the universe and you're great at manifesting, and it's because of that mindset and the strength. It's like what you put out there comes back, but it's showing me in regards to relationships around you. What I keep seeing is that there's someone in your life that it's like they they disconnect, but they come back. It's like whether they're dealing with issues, it's like you're connected, but it's something they're dealing with. It feels like you lose them for a little bit, but then even though, what am I trying to see? Like, what I'm saying is that they're there, but they're just disconnected. It's like they're dealing with things, and it's not personal, but it feels like it can be personal towards you, because it feels like the issues that they've got going on, it feels like they're forever dealing with these issues, and it seems to be an issue that, it's something that it's, does it make sense what I'm saying around this person around
you? Well, I'm thinking of two people, either my mum, because her and I are in a bit of a on and off rough patch, and we stopped talking for a while, and she's had a personal agenda against me due to a relationship. She's actually in a relationship with my ex-partner, weirdly enough, as that sounds, and there's a massive age difference, but she's always been quite paranoid about me wanting to be in a relationship with this person, which I don't, but her and I have been on very odd terms. I feel it could be her or it could be my current partner. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's a few things if that helps you at all.
Yeah. Because it seems like just let me just tune into this energy, because it's very frustrating, the energy that I'm tuning into, and it's like the person, so between the two people that you're thinking of, it's what's coming through is they play head games, and it's more like it's mind games that can be exhausting. It's like the same thing over and over. It's like you can predict what they're going to do or say, because it feels like it's a circle that keeps going on. It's like something that just keeps going on and on and on. Does that make sense with this one particular person?
Yes, it does.
Okay, because that's what I keep seeing. And there's that frustration, and it's like you've gotten to the point that enough is enough, and it's like, you just want to live your life. You just want to just move on and feel free. And this is what's exhausting. This is what really pulls you down. It really has quite an effect on you mentally and with everything you do in your life as well.
Yes, no, definitely.
What I do see for you, though, is you're putting your foot down. So I keep seeing your foot. What I'm seeing, actually, whether you've got a collection of boots, I keep seeing the boots on your foot. So basically, you're in control. But once you put that foot down, it really shows that, enough is enough, and it's time that, you're not absorbing these energies, there's a hold on you. It's like to let go of what's pulling you or keeping you from moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. I agree to that very strongly.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like you've got the biggest heart. You give so much. You give too much, actually. And it's like, it's really great to see that you're
I really do. People tell me that all the time.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, people tell me I give too much all the time, and I definitely need to try and redirect it back to myself. I've always put others before myself a bit too much.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel that, because it's like, and it's also very exhausting too. So this is your time. And, given that, we've got the COVID-19 financially around you, I see that it's been spiraling out of control with a few things. But it feels like it's things that you haven't been in control of. And this just feels like financially there's money going out. Feels like money's going out more than what it's coming in at the moment. But it's interesting. I keep seeing stars around you. So when I see stars around you, it's like, it feels like, okay, just let me just see. I've got this star in front of me. Just let me just see. Okay, with you at the moment, are you doing anything north? I've got the star in front of me. When I say north to you with work, okay, let me just see north. Does the star north mean anything to you at the moment?
Up north, I'm just trying to think. I'm actually been asked to do a photo shoot up in north of Queensland. That's about an hour or two drive from where I am. I don't know whether that could be it, or I do have an actual star that my bought for me that's actually in the room. I don't know if that's relating to that or whether it's to do with like a modelling opportunity that's coming up, maybe.
Yeah, it feels with work. It's definitely with work, and it feels like this is where, it's going to be a prime position for you. It's the flow of money. It just feels like there's opportunities around that's opening and it's coming your way. You're moving towards it, so it feels like it's something that's, I keep seeing, when I look at the star, I keep seeing the 3 points on it. So it's like 3 months, 3 weeks, there's something with 3 around you. It's where you get really creative, but it's going to be an influx of money coming your way, but it's opening up lots of opportunities for you.
Okay, cool.
So it just feels really positive at the moment. It's like what I keep hearing is to hold on to your seat, because once things start moving forward, it's going to take off for you.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I've got coming through. The other message that I've got coming through is to let go of the things that are pulling you down. It's just let go, and it's whether that's just thoughts around certain people, but just let go. Because you've got the mindset, you've got the strength, the determination, you've got all these positive strengths. So just, it's let go of the things that are just pulling you back.
Yeah, I really want to get rid of all the past things. I really want to move on from all of that. I did have another question before I forget. I don't know if you can connect with family members that have passed on.
Yeah. Just a question around your family members at all. I keep seeing a younger child around you. Have you got like a younger?
Yes. Yes, I've got a 14-month-old girl.
That's passed?
Well, I have three young children. No, I haven't had a child that's passed away. I have had 2 marriages, but the children weren't born. No, but I have got 3 children at the moment.
Okay, so if I have a child around you, just let me just see. Okay, so what I keep seeing around this child, I keep seeing an arm, I keep seeing a grandfather figure around, even a male energy, but it doesn't feel like grandfather, even father. There's an energy around a male, and I keep seeing the arm around
my dad.
Okay, so, pardon? Your dad?
My dad. My dad passed away in 2012.
Okay, and he's close to this son of yours that's got dark hair. They're very similar. Looks, even just with personality. Because what I'm seeing is that your father is around. There's a connection between the child that I'm seeing and your dad. And what I keep seeing is the hand placed out on the shoulder. It's like he's got the strength. It's like message that's coming through for this little boy is that he has the world in front of him. His imagination is amazing. Does he point to stars? Is he into, I don't know, there's something going on around his nighttime. Ricky Lee? I think we may have lost her. But my message for you is that you have your father around you, around your youngest child with the dark hair. Love for you to connect with me, Ricky Lee, at Gemma Spirit World, so we can continue this conversation. I think, Dave, we may have lost her. I'm just checking in. Okay, we have Sarah in, USA. Missouri, USA. Yes. Hello, Sarah. How are you tonight?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. Oh, my goodness, I've got lots of flowers around you. What have you been doing with flowers?
I've been gardening lately, and I've never gardened a day in my life until just recently. That's cool that you picked that up. That's cool.
I can see
The funny thing is, I planted tulips, and it's not even season for them because the season is over in our side of the world. So I messed up, but I'm still gardening, trying to ground myself.
Oh, it feels beautiful, and it feels like you've finally connected with, I don't know, it's Mother Nature around you is beautiful. You connected to something that it's brought you back to a space in your life where you feel, it feels beautiful. It feels amazing. So keep on doing what you're doing in your garden, because it really has lit up a light inside of you and it's amazing because the ideas that come through when you're gardening, even if it's not about gardening, or it's like it brings a lot of peace to you, is what I'm getting, is when you're around your garden.
That's awesome that you picked that up. What do you specialize in, if you don't mind me asking?
Past, present, and future, and I connect with loved ones. So, just steer me in the right direction and let me see what else I can see for you.
Okay. Here we go. Read my thoughts. I'm an open book.
Interesting you said about the open book, because as soon as you said that, I had an image of a book opening up and you writing. So you're very creative with your words. Are you actually looking at doing creative writing or even writing a book? There's something around your words. Your words have power. Your words have...
Oh my gosh, I've been either deciding to, because technology is so advanced now, but since this pandemic, I've been trying to write a book, and I'm actually involved in it, but I wanted to also make a movie, so I didn't know which one to pick. So obviously you picked it for me. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, because it's amazing, the book that you're going to write, and it's going to continue. When you write one book, you're going to write another, because what I'm seeing is that when the ink goes on the pages, and it's just what my guides are showing me, is that these words last forever. Like, they're going to be around for a very long time, and the power that you have behind your words, the emotions, the feelings, it's like people feel you through a book, and it feels amazing. It's very empowering, but I'm also very excited what you're going to write. It feels like it's going to capture the audience it can be of all ages. It's amazing it's amazing how creative and how your mind thinks. It's, wow, you're amazing.
Thank you, because I've been struggling really hard lately. Also, are you picking up on any male energy that might have not crossed over yet?
What I've got coming through around you, with this male energy that hasn't crossed over, has he got issues with his elbows or arms at the moment?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because I've got issues going.
You got two guys?
Yeah, what's going on with this male's arms? With his arms, does he have issues with his arms or his elbows?
Yes, my dad. Both. That would either maybe be my grandpa or my dad. My dad was an NFL player. He's real big and has strong energy. My grandpa, he built a multi-million-dollar company, and he just recently died, and he was my idol. So I feel like they're still here trying to guide me, and I'm not listening.
Yeah, and shoulders. Did he have shoulder injury at all? Because my shoulder, my arms all connected. I feel that it's amazing, because the energy that comes in around shoulders is that, you feel like you're not supported, but it's amazing the support that you have around you, whether you know the people or not in your life.
Do you think that elbow thing could be because of me? Because I've been having really bad elbow pain lately.
Okay.
Is that them telling you to get it looked at, maybe?
Yeah, and what's coming through around your elbows, and it's like, listen to what your body's telling you, listen to the thoughts that are coming in. So the message from your loved ones are saying that, listen to what your body's saying, listen to the thoughts that come in. Even with your book, it's like, don't keep on listening, because it's like you're listening, but you're doubting your thoughts. You're doubting what's coming through. You're very intuitive. I know that, because I can keep seeing there's lots of around you. I keep seeing your third eye, the purple around your third eye. It's very clear, but I'm also seeing that don't doubt what you feel, hear, or see.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you're here, aren't you? Where are you? No, I'm just kidding. You are in my head.
What was that, sorry? Sarah.
So, also, I have one more question if you have time.
Yep, definitely.
Okay. Oh, this is kind of hard. I've been in the same relationship for 3 years, and I'm struggling. Is this the relationship that I'm going to end up in, or is this a relationship I'm learning something from, or is this something that's going to be long term?
Okay, so what I have coming through, I keep seeing your heart, but what I see around your heart is it's like in a cage. So it's like the feelings that, it's like every time you express yourself, you get ignored or your feelings aren't validated. So what that's letting me know is that, you know, your walls have gone up around you, protecting yourself more because it feels like your feelings aren't validated or you're not getting the feelings aren't reciprocated is what's coming through.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you are so right. Where do I donate money here? Because you're amazing.
Oh, you know what? If you just follow my Facebook page, Gemma Spirit World, just sharing the love of my page is enough.
I have a cousin named Gemma. Do you spell it Jemma?
A true gem either way. But yes, thank you.
Wow.
I love, yeah.
That's amazing. You are a light worker. Okay. Anything else that you see?
Let me just have a look. I keep seeing, I have a river around you. Do you have a river close by around you? Is there somewhere that you go to see and watch the water or see the water? Because generally around water, it's about emotions.
I do. I have a big lake. I have a big lake in my backyard.
Oh, wow, you have a beautiful backyard, and this is where you go out to reflect, and it's amazing with your writing. It's like, you know, when you feel like you get writer's, you know, when you get a writer's, what is it, a block, writer's block, it's like go out to the river and go out to the lake, and that's where you can release any blockages that you have when it comes in between your creative writing. So that's your.
It's funny.
You know,
it's funny that my grandpa
being by water, and when you're around water, it helps with expressing yourself and helps any blockages in your body.
My grandpa that passed away that you felt, he actually built that man-made lake.
Oh wow! Wow.
Yeah, you are really tapped in. I can feel it here.
Yeah, and he's definitely around you. But thank you, Sarah. It was lovely to connect with you because I only have 90 seconds, but please share my Facebook page, Gemma Spirit World, to everyone, and that's my love. Share.
Okay, light and love. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Alrighty, so we have 60 seconds. Thank you for everyone for tuning in to A1R Psychic Radio. I enjoyed tonight's show and I look forward to connecting with you all next week. Please follow my Facebook page, Gemma Spirit World. Thank you.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Insights into Consciousness with Anna Olson. Live from AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Insights into Consciousness
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, good evening. I'm Anna Olson here on tonight's segment with Anna Olson, Insights into Consciousness, A1R Radio. I am going to take a caller tonight on the phone, but first I wanted to go over a couple of things that I really felt moved to talk about. And I always try to share the things that I've been taught in my training as a life coach with experiential psychology. I like to mix that in a little bit with the intuition because I really think that that can be useful for people, especially when we're dealing with things that they're not totally consciously aware of, that are kind of in the subconscious. And I really just get message from Spirit before my shows to try to figure out what it is that I should cover that would be most beneficial for the people who will be watching that day, that night, that time. And so I'm going to just, first of all, go over how we all are kind of in a state of dealing with a lot of different opinions about whether you're wearing a mask, whether you are keeping your social distancing right now during this pandemic, or how much you're going outside. And it's really hard to do the right thing right now because there's so much contradictive information about how communicable diseases are passed around, how they are caught, how, we don't even know much about this virus. And there's a lot of science that we're not real clear on yet. So we're really all just doing our best. And, my take is it's always better safe than sorry, but not everyone feels that way. And we all have to respect each other's opinion. So the first thing that I like to look at when either I'm worried about offending someone or I'm worried about them offending me and really taking things personally at a time like this, when there's high stress times, those are the times that we're really better off not taking anything personally. And we are much better off without all of the arguments or the trying to win with words, because there really isn't such a thing. And the only thing we can do when we're lashing out or acting emotionally or impulsively when we're speaking to someone, the only thing that can do is damage our relationships and burn our bridges. And so I have a really great tool that I use and that I have been taught during my training for life coaching and through experiential psychology, and that is that, I learned it in a dyad. So that means you partner up with somebody and you do an exercise to teach you in detail exactly how this works. But to give a synapse of the lesson, it's basically called Blue Frog. So the whole thing that we learn about in the trainings that I went through is Blue Frog and how that affects other people. Some people call this exercise, I don't know, whatever, green turtle, or it's just, there's whatever fits the exercise will fit the exercise. But if somebody came up to you and called you a blue frog, would it offend you? No. I mean, it sounds silly going into it, but it's because you're aware that you're not a blue frog, and that makes that person just look kind of crazy. You obviously know there's something going on, and they're coming up to you and calling you a blue frog. Okay, so if you know that you are not, in fact, a blue frog, and they call you a blue frog, it's just on them. So the idea is to take this ideology that everybody is really just projecting their ideas on you and on each other, and they're really just working out their own anxiousness and feelings of either repression or powerlessness by lashing out at others or judging others. It's basically a much more pleasant pastime to judge someone else and lash out at them rather than looking inward and really figuring out what's going on with yourself. So what we do is we ask somebody, are you a blue frog? No. Why did that not offend you? the same goes for anything anyone would say. If it doesn't ring true for you when they say it to you, it's not going to offend you because it's not going to hurt your feelings. It's not going to trigger you. It's not going to hit a soft spot. So the idea is to say, well, is it true? And if it is, what do I need to do about that? Does that actually mean that I need to have more control and power over the way I'm behaving and I'm appearing and affecting others? And so this can be a very powerful tool in giving yourself more power in a situation where somebody is basically acting in a really disrespectful way. And we all want respect. We all want to be able to feel safe around people. But here's the catch. Sometimes when you're feeling unsafe with somebody, sometimes they're just telling you something that's true. And that's no reason to, be hard on yourself. It's really just a way to say, wow, that did kind of ring true for me, and maybe they're right. How about that? Maybe sometimes people who are looking at us are right. And if they're not, then you just shake your head, smile, and move on. So it's a really great tool to think about what someone's saying to us and why. And if it does affect us, maybe they're right. If it doesn't bounce off of us as truth and it doesn't offend us and it doesn't really trigger us, we're okay. We just smile and laugh it off and go on our way, and we're none the wiser, and they don't get their payoff, because really taking offense is giving that person a lot of power over us. And it's really about understanding that somebody who takes offense is really just handing over their power. They're more of a fool than the person handing out the put down or the criticism, because not only are you believing them or believing that they're right and giving them that much say over your life, but in addition, you're doing exactly what they're trying to do. You're allowing exactly what they're trying to do, and you're allowing them to have power and control over you. So those are just a couple of different ideas on dealing with somebody who is being combative, criticizing. Sometimes people are just having a really bad day. Sometimes somebody just lost a loved one. Sometimes they're not themselves. Sometimes it just really, they do have a pass. That's the other part of this. And it's better to shrug it off. So I think that can really help a lot of people in this situation where not only are they dealing with a very stressful life event that we're all dealing with globally, but in addition, we have a lot of people that we're living with in our homes. We're getting cabin fever, some of us, and some of us have to be around somebody all the time that we're not used to being around half of that amount of time. And with our kids, and it's just important to go take a break. And the other part of being inside, not getting our sunlight, not getting out and doing our regular stuff, is that we can start to get symptoms of anxiety, depression, different types of, panic disorder type stuff coming up. So it's really important that we prevent the symptoms of anxiety and depression or health issues resulting from brain chemistry being off before they start. So preventative and prophylactic measures in mental health is one of the best things that we can initiate before we even get a symptom. So when we know that we're inside more, the first thing we can do is say, okay, what happens when we don't have a lot of sunlight that we're used to having? Or we're not going outside, or we're not staying as busy, our bodies are not moving as much. Well, first of all, vitamin D3 is affected because we get that from the sun. So it's better to go outside, get your walks, go for a run, staying away from other people, of course, gardening, doing whatever lifts you up and makes you feel good. But you've got to get that sunlight. And people with more melanin in their skin, if you're African American, if you're Hispanic, if whatever, the darker your skin, the less vitamin D3 you absorb in any amount of time. So the lighter your skin, the more D3 doses you're going to get with, let's say 15 minutes of sun, opposed to somebody with darker skin, more melanin, who's going to absorb a lot less in that 15 minutes. So it's good to know that we all need our immune system to be up and running right now, and vitamin D3 is one of those things that's really going to help kickstart our immune system and relieve depression and prevent depression, because it does directly affect the serotonin levels in the brain and the brain chemistry that really does affect depression and really starting to get those blues and you're not sure why. You're kind of like, oh, I haven't had to go to work and deal with all that stress, or maybe you're more stressed because you're financially not okay. But either way, you'll wonder, oh, well, I'm inside more. I'm supposed to be resting. I'm supposed to be getting more time to do the things I want to do. Why am I getting depressed? You're not going outside. You're not doing all those things that you're supposed to do. If you are dealing with more stress right now financially, and you are dealing with more of these issues that we're all facing financially in a way of like, okay, how am I going to pay my bills? What is this going to look like in, 3 or 6 months? Those are the questions that you can really ask a friend. You can just get support from FaceTiming. I've been FaceTiming a lot of my friends. There's lots of alternative ways to prevent these signs of depression, anxiety, or the blues. So exercise daily, cardio, meaning cardio, and sunlight daily, at least 3 times a week, 15 minutes at least, and don't burn yourself, of course. And then, of course, eating good foods, taking care of your health in the way that you're not gaining a lot of weight by eating a lot of these carbohydrates that aren't good for us, high protein, lower fat, lower carb foods with higher nutrients like vegetables, and maybe even plant a garden right now. It's a good time to plant a garden. It's the spring. Gardening is good for us. Anything with negative ions, putting our hands in the dirt, being outside, being near the ocean, salty air. These are all the things in nature that give us those negative ions. Being near nature in general gives us those negative ions, which relieves and alleviates any sign of depression, actually changes the chemistry in the brain along with that sunlight, which affects the D3 and the serotonin levels. So that said, I would like to do a reading now. I'm going to go to my caller, Anne, in Ontario, Canada. Anne, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So I'm going to do a reading for you tonight, and I know we're kind of in the middle of a pandemic. How are you doing with all of that?
It's actually just recently starting now to get really stressful because there's really nothing I could do. You can't go anywhere. You can't go to the mall. Just like sit outside your house, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're having some stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit with the kids and stuff, right?
Okay. So, what is it? What is your question tonight for me for a reading?
My question tonight was just actually if I was going to do a random general question, anything, and health, anything general, anything that comes to you, whatever you're feeling. If anything's drawn to you, anything.
Okay. So it was a little hard to hear you. I think your connection's a little bit patchy, but I heard that anything that comes to me or a general reading, is that basically?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. So, Anne, the first thing that I am feeling for you is that your sense of community is really important to you and your family. So,
yeah.
I'm really feeling like there's a sense of community that you're really able to connect with again right now, but there's also a part of your community and people who you usually are close to that are not around you, and that's been a big adjustment for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
And so, I know that there's all the basic things that people are worried about right now with the pandemic and all of the different things that are going on with that. But my advice to you right now would be to really pay attention to your emotions and get in touch with those emotions and how you're feeling about the people that you love in your life. Now, do you usually have a day job that you go to that you're not going to right now?
I go to a few things actually that I'm not able to get to right now, so it's really actually irritating for me. And frustrating. I'm supposed to go every 2 weeks because of my health. I have fibromyalgia, so I get injections, and I can't be going for those right now because doctors are closed, and I can't get in, and so much. And it's really frustrating to the pain, and it just it's just so frustrating right now. So I have to deal with the pain, and I can't get in for my injections, and I got other things going on, so I can't get in for ultrasound things. It's just so much going on. It's just irritating and frustrating, And they're like, yeah, all my friends. It's like, just lately I haven't been talking to them, and I feel bad, but I just started talking to them today and apologize for being a crappy friend, because I haven't talked to anybody. And, yeah.
Okay, so you're definitely been dealing with a lot of those frustrations, a lot of those feelings of not able to do what you were doing in your regular everyday life. So
yes.
Now's the time, I feel like, is a really good time for you to start this new chapter in your life where you get to connect again with yourself, but also to stay in good contact with your friends, your regular friends, phone calls, if you can do FaceTime, or even social media has certain types of video calling where you can see their face and their facial expressions too. That can really be very helpful. Now,
that does help, yes.
Yeah. And I really feel like you getting outside more is going to help you. I was just talking about that before I started your reading. How often are you getting outside?
I'm actually just, today for the first time in like, just to get out, just to get out. I don't, first in a while, and it was nice, and it's been a while. I think I do go appointments and stuff, but just to get out and around, Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, so it seems like that would be good for you to do right now, to really get in touch with your spirituality and spend a lot more time on your spirituality, because this whole transition with the pandemic is going to be a new chapter for a lot of people. Things are not going to be exactly the same after this. And for most people, it's going to be very different.
Okay.
Now,
yeah.
I feel like for you, it's
definitely going to be the same.
Yeah, I feel like for you, it's going to be a lot different. And really, it's a break from society, and it's a commitment to our spiritual growth, because we're going through a time where a lot of people, most people, are really dissecting what they've been doing with their lives, how it is that they've gotten where they are, looking at new possibilities. It's forcing everybody to take a break and to really analyze their lives. And I think that that's really good work. And I think it's good work for you too. I think it's a good time. I know it's frustrating, but I think that getting outside, I was just saying, it's hard for a lot of everybody right now to get their exercise, go outside. But I really do think that's going to be conducive for you to really get to feeling better, less frustrated. It will really help you with all these emotions going through you right now. And to go ahead and and just go inward, where you're kind of being a hermit, and that's okay. A lot of us have to be right now. But just when you feel called to do it, call your friends, call your family that you're not seeing right now. And I do have an interesting feeling about you specifically, that if you do feel like you should get in touch with a family member or a friend, and you're kind of worried about being exposed, it's probably better that you stay inside and away from them for as long as possible. Okay. Meaning there is a risk for you to possibly get sick. And I don't want to scare you. It's just that I get it, and I get it from spirit, and then I just relay the message. So I'm wondering if maybe you're in the category of being at risk.
Being sick?
Yeah, getting this virus. And I'm not trying to scare you. I don't think you will get it. I think it's just about really being cautious and really respecting those boundaries and those social distancing, because I want to see you healthy.
Yeah, I can't get sick right now neither, though, too, right? Because my health is not well right now neither, right? I just have a feeling that I don't.
And I'm trying to get in to get checked and everything, and I can't even do that because doctors and like everything's closed, right? And I just have this really feeling about this one thing on me that I just found out, and I think I know what it is. Like, oh,
Okay.
you get that? Yeah. Like, and the doctor checked it, and he was really concerned. So
Okay.
I'm really concerned. And I can't get over ultrasound. Like, everything's closed and having hard stuff. Frustrating.
Okay, well, it's really
I'm positive
with the connection right now, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to cut off the call because I really can't hear you. If we do have another caller, I'll have to take the next one. I'm sorry. I think that the connection was bad, but basically, hopefully she can see this video afterwards, and hopefully she can replay this. But what I saw for you was some health issues, and I saw that there was some blood sugar issues, that those need to be dealt with for sure. And the best way to do that right now is to really look at your diet and add a lot more of the green leafies to your diet. That will help you significantly, and go outside into the sun. Be careful not to get burned, of course. Also, lots of fresh, clean water, no soda, no coffee. Taper off of that. And to really just manage it the best way you can at home. Google the things you need to Google. Stay away from people who might be sick, large crowds of people right now. I would say, actually limit it enough to where you're really safe until, and I'm getting August to September, actually, for you specifically. So I'm seeing that there are some other health issues that you're dealing with that aren't getting addressed, and that you really need to be able to talk to a doctor. And I think that can be done on teleconferencing. If you were to make an appointment with a doctor that you could speak to via Zoom or something like that. And I know there are some labs that they may have to order, but they can do that. And so you can do it that way. So next I have Amanda in Illinois. And I have about 5 minutes left. Amanda, are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Hi, Amanda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So I have about 5 minutes, but I really want to do a reading for you. What is it that you'd like to ask tonight?
I want to ask my sister if she has any special messages for me.
Okay.
Her name was Andy.
Andy, okay. I'm just focusing a little bit, and the first thing that I'm getting is that you guys had let's see, I'm seeing you guys playing outside, and I'm seeing a field. I don't know if there's sunflowers or another type of flower, but I see you guys playing, and I see that you guys are, Is this like a farm, or are you raised on a farm, or is this like out in the nature?
No, it was just our backyard, our old back house, our old backyard.
Okay. I see you guys playing out there, and I see that she's still with you. She's saying when you see sunflowers, she's specifically saying sunflowers, she's sending you a message. So when you go out in your day and you see sunflowers and you notice them, or they just happen to kind of pop, you're going to know that's your sister, because she's communicating with you all the time. Aww. And I really feel like, it's funny because, are you the older sister?
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like she's saying you're the queen. Like she's like, I always looked up to you, and it's really sweet because she saw you as, I don't know if you're aware of this, but she really looked up to you. She's like saying, I wanted to be just like you, but I wanted to play it off at the same time as we got older. And she really looked up to you, and she's just saying, like, just own that, like being the queen. Like she sees you as like a queen. And like she put you up on a pedestal. And also, I'm feeling
we can figure out who killed her.
I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, she's showing me that there's an investigator and that he has a really good idea of what's going on, but he can't say anything yet. Are you aware of this?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, because
I thought
they're
I was
not
the one
saying
figuring stuff out.
Yeah, they have to keep it confidential for good reason, because they can't let the information out. But there's someone onto her, a murderer, the person who was responsible for this. And the thing that they're going to do is they're going to keep getting more and more clues before they say anything. They don't want to disappoint you. That's the reason why. And Spirit's giving me permission to tell you.
Oh my gosh.
So that would mean that they're going to get more information. They're going to be able to start really taking some good leads on this, but it's going to be a while. I'm sorry to tell you that, but sometimes these things just take a long time. This perpetrator is going to be messing up again and again and again, and it's just going to take some years.
He just messaged me the other day for some stupid reason.
Oh, okay. So that's basically what I'm getting.
I love this. Thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome. And you can always continue the reading with me. My
Really
website, my personal website, you can reach me. All my contact info is on there. It's at the bottom of the screen, but it's AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com. So it's ANNAOLSEN intuitive.com. I'd love to continue it with you. You can reach me there. My phone number's there. You can email me. But don't use the chat because you're going to need to contact me personally, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for calling in, Anne. I wish I had more time tonight.
That's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day. Have a good night. So the great thing is that she got to do a medium reading real quick. Things always happen for a reason. I only have a few seconds left, but you know, it's one of those things. If you need a medium reading or you need a reading from me, I'm here for you. My website's AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com. It's at the bottom of the screen, 2 N's, OLSEN, intuitive.com. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you next week at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, every Thursday, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Have a wonderful night.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Guidance with Glennis. Glennis Hewitt. Live from the tranquilroom.com.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Guidance with Glennis
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
And good afternoon, everyone. Glennis Ewing here at the Tranquil Room for your Guidance with Glennis segment today. Now, to start with, we're going to be talking about vibrational energy. And, I've had a fairly busy week this week, and I just knew that my energy was getting a little bit of out of kilter. So I called up a friend and said, I need a healing. She has the most beautiful crystal bowls, and they're an Atlantic crystal bowl. Absolutely beautiful. And I actually had a session where I was just laying on the bed, and she plays the crystal bowls around me. The vibrational energy of that was exactly what I needed, and I could feel it totally releasing all the energy that I had that wasn't working for my highest, best and good. So I was able to, from my feet all the way out through my torso and out through my head, I was able to release all this energy. And I just, anyone that's on here tonight, just think about what's happening with your vibrational energy. And it can be, if you're feeling quite stuck, it can be as simple as start clapping. Just start clapping and really get some energy into that. Or stand on your feet and then just start stomping. It's amazing how great that feels, because straight away it's releasing any of that energy that isn't working for you. Get out a drum and just start beating the drum. It doesn't have to be a specific beat. It can be just beating the drum, and it will just change the energy. Even in my studio here today, I've walked in and I've really had the drum going. It's been ricocheting off the walls here, just to make sure that for anyone that's receiving a reading from me today, that all that energy is released, and that is, everything is for your highest, best and good. So I'm really recommend, if you're feeling a bit yuck, to just start looking at your energy, like really look within, and then start tapping the drum or clapping your hands, stomping your feet, even get a feather and be like Zorro and whoosh it through the air and just really change everything around. Or possibly one of my favorite energy clearers is laughter yoga, and it's laughing at nothing. Basically, you just start laughing. If you find that hard to do, jump on YouTube and type up baby laughter or baby giggles, because there will be babies there that'll just start giggling, and you cannot help yourself, but you start laughing. And straight away, it just lifts your energy, and you're going to have a more positive day. So if you're feeling a bit and oh me just at the moment, just take a deep breath and just start clapping, and it can start off quite soft and then really pound into it. But you will absolutely notice a huge difference in your whole energy. You'll actually notice the energy of people around you as well. It's like walking into a room and you just go, oh, good gee, I don't want to sit over in that corner, because, the energy feels quite flat. And then you'll look over and you'll hear a lot of laughter, and straight away you're going to be guided to the laughter, because that's where the energy is really upbeat. So, with this lockdown that we're all experiencing at the moment, for everyone that's on here, if you're in a lockdown with other people, just all of a sudden just start laughing over absolutely nothing. And I can guarantee you that if you start laughing, someone else will probably look at you at the start and go, what the hell, what are you doing? And then the more you laugh, then they'll start laughing, and then someone else will start laughing. Before you know it, the whole energy in that room has totally lifted up. It's like the veil is coming off over your eyes. So there's a lot of importance in looking at your vibrational energy. So it's what, and I've always said this, what you project out is what's going to come back to you tenfold. So it's really important that you be upbeat, and it's really important that you look at what you're doing throughout the day. So if you're working from home, just to have a look around the energy that's in your room. Does it need a vibrational cleanse? So get your drum out. Or, quite often I'll even, this is going to sound really funny, but I love the drumming of Phil Collins in the Air Tonight, where it goes do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So I get that and I put it on repeat and it ricochets off the walls. It changes the whole room. And straight away I just feel great. And you can guarantee that as soon as I do that, the phone will start ringing or I'll start receiving really positive emails, people wanting to book in, people sending me reviews that are all really, really positive. So I'm really wanting everyone to think about their vibrational energy. And the other thing also, though, is when you're stuck in a room, and with what we're all going through at the moment, I would really encourage everyone to make sure that you're opening up your windows and your doors. Get that airflow through. Like as soon as I'm finished here today, the windows will be open, the door will be open, the fan will be on, and it'll all be flat out, moving the energy around, clearing any spirits that may have come through. And I always brush down everything, wash down everything, to make sure that there is no negative energies left in this room. Every day I vacuum in here, whether it needs it or not, because it's just moving the energy, and it's moving things around. It's really good feng shui as well. So it's like bringing in the positive feeling, and you will guarantee as soon as you walk back into the room, you'll go, oh, God, that feels so good, and you actually want to be in the room. And I can guarantee nearly every psychic that is on here do exactly that. They brush themselves down, they sweep themselves down, they clear the room, they get some noise happening just to change the vibration, to release any spirits that may still be here. So it's really, really important to think about your vibrational energy. And if there's people around you everyone's got that one person that is, oh, woe me. They go right within, and it's, and they're not enjoyable to be around. You just know as soon as you see their phone number come up, you go, oh, God, here comes a whinge. Here's the one person that has to complain about everything. So as soon as you're feeling that, try and turn the conversation around and go, you know what, I just feel like dancing. I feel like pumping up the tunes, There are so many songs out there that everyone can relate to. I love Proud Mary. When Tina Turner is absolutely rocking that, her legs are up here, she is just phenomenal, and you cannot help but get into that vibrational energy. Everyone wants to be a part of that. So, the music is such a great way. Really get an upbeat, pumping tune that's going to, dance, movement. It will just totally clear the whole energy of your room, of your house, even around your front door. Just grab a drum, and it could even be like a saucepan and the wooden spoon, and just bang the energy right around that whole doorway. You're going to feel a massive shift around everything. It's so important. Yeah. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk to everyone, just at the moment, a lot of people have been messaging about the archangels and what they actually do. So for every reading before I start, I always call in the guides and the spirits and any archangels. Now, I really work with 7 archangels, or the main 7 archangels in particular, and they're Raphael, who is the angel of healing, and so important to be working, especially nowadays and with the COVID at the moment, is really call in Archangel Raphael, because he will help with everyone in the healing form. Now, Michael, Archangel Michael, he works with protection. Now, if you are looking at going in a different direction with your business, or you want to incorporate something within your business, or it doesn't need to be your business, it can be in regard to anything. I always call in Archangel Michael because he actually smooths the road out. He's like the big steamroller, and any little speed humps that are on your road, he's going to smooth that out, okay? But he's also going to protect you and make sure that you are being guided in the right direction, that you're going in the right path, okay? Then I absolutely love Gabriel. Now, Archangel Gabriel is around your strength, and he looks at all the requests in regard to peace and justice and confidence. So if you're struggling with something just at the moment and you just like your self-worth and your self-confidence or your self-esteem, if you're really struggling with that at the moment, I would highly encourage that you call in Archangel Gabriel, because he's going to actually allow you, like anyone that's going to court, bring Gabriel in. Bring him into that session with you, because he will bring the justice in for you, and he will do it on a really peaceful way that you will be able to walk out of court with an answer and positive direction on what you need to be doing. And you'll be able to do that in a really confident way. So that's Gabriel. He's beautiful. Then you've got Uriel. Now, Uriel is all around your creativity and the magic. So, again, if you want to step something up, if you've got this idea and you're just not sure how to make it happen, whether it be creative as in your hands and, art and craft as such, or it could be creating. I'm working with Uriel at the moment because I've got this phenomenal idea that I need to be doing. It's a step up with the Tranquil Room. It's like a massive step up. So I'm asking Uriel to come in and show me or work with me on the creativity side of it and to really bring the magic in. I'm doing a lot of feng shui at the moment and really working with Uriel and just getting creative. I've bounced a few ideas off a couple of people, and they've just gone, my God, where the hell do you get all this information from? And I go, it's just all in my head, it's all in my heart. I've just got to get it out on paper, and I've just got to make it happen. So it's a bit like watch this space. But Uriel will absolutely come forth, and he will help with the creativity. He'll bring the right people in for you for you to actually be totally supported, and you're going to feel not just his support but the support around, if hypothetically you're looking at buying a caravan park or a motel or a hotel and you want to change it, dress it up or include something into that, Uriel will actually allow you to tap into your subconscious mind and really draw on that creativity side and, just work with him. Because I can guarantee you, working with him, every time I work with Uriel, I get success, success, success. Okay, now, then one of the other, and I use Archangel Shamal a lot within my healings because he works with love and peace, and quite often Shamal is all about working with yourself, apologising to yourself. It's like, hypothetically, Glenys has gone down this path and all of a sudden, 20 years later, she realises that was the wrong path to be on. So it's like sitting back and then giving old Glenys, looking at young Glenys and going, I'm really sorry. I should have supported you more in some of the decisions you were making. So Shamal actually brings that in, and he'll bring peace to things in your past that you really need to let go, okay? And I find working with him, I'm doing when I'm working with my clients and healing them, helping them to heal themselves, I'm a guide, and Shamal comes in and just allows, it's almost like this great big warm hug. It's really, really beautiful, and it makes my clients feel really safe so that they can address things from their past that are not all positive. We've all had trauma of some description in our past, and it's being able to allow my client to feel safe enough by working with Shamal that they can go back to that trauma and actually really feel the love and the peace and the healing. So important that they receive the healing, and Shamel's going to absolutely really help with that. Now, one of the other archangels that I work a lot with is Jophiel, who Jophiel works, he actually gives you the wisdom and the knowledge. And so, you know, if you're feeling that you haven't got all the information, this is where working with Jophiel will actually bring you, I always say with knowledge comes wisdom, but it also works the other way. With wisdom comes knowledge. So, you know, really working with Jophiel will bring you the clarity that you need. You know, and it could be as simple as, you know, today I've got to drive from Albury down to Melbourne, and I want to make sure that the road's going to be clear. I want to make sure that there's no roadworks in the way or there's been no accidents. So it's making sure that I've got the knowledge before I go, which will give me the wisdom on working out what way to drive to Melbourne. You know, do I stay on the highway, or will I have to divert through another town and, you know, get off the highway and then get back on? So, you know, Jophiel, every time I'm in the car, I work with Jophiel and also Michael. So I've got the protection, but I've got Jophiel giving me the knowledge that I need to make sure that everything's going to be okay. All right. Then Zadkiel, Archangel Zadkiel is absolutely phenomenal. And I am always blown away whenever I work with Zadkiel, because Zadkiel works on forgiveness, compassion, and freedom. Again, Zadkiel, in every healing that I do, Zadkiel is always there. And, you know, whether it be a distance healing, I always call in Archangel Zadkiel, as well as Shamal. I find that Zadkiel and Shamal work really, really well together. I'm really excited on how they work together, and you can see it. You can see it within your clients. So, you know, when we're feeling hard done by, it's really important, and it's hard. It's really hard to do what I'm about to say. It's almost like you need to step out of your physical being and look at the other person's perspective. Now, I've had to do this with someone in my past, and I was only talking about this last Tuesday, and I had to step out of my own being and look at this other person's perspective. And the trauma he was throwing at me was because he was scared. He was scared of my strength. And what I've had to do, now this man passed over many, many, many years ago, and what I've had to do is send him some love, like even in spirit, I've had to send him love and give him the compassion that he needed, because he was just emotionally abusing me, you could say. And I don't want to go into details, but he caused my life to be absolute hell for a few years. And in the end, I just had to put a stop to it, and I actually left. And this is not in regard to a partner, it's in regard to a friend's father. You know, he was just absolutely emotionally and mentally abusing me. So I had to work with Zadkiel to bring in that compassion, you know, and that forgiveness, because when I did that, and when I was able to actually send this guy in spirit, I was actually able to send him in spirit, because that was when I finally felt safe to even acknowledge him. I was able to give him the compassion that he needed and the forgiveness that he needed, because by doing that, it gave me the freedom. I don't think about him anymore. Yes, he has come up here, but once I worked with Zadkiel and I actually looked at why he was looking at his perspective on why he felt he had to try and downgrade me constantly. And it was because I was able to find my voice. I used to call him on his crap, and he didn't like this. You know, he was a father, and I used to look at him and go, you don't deserve to be a father. You really don't, you know. So for me, I asked Zadkiel to come in, and I went, you know, once he had passed over, And believe me, it's probably 15 years later that I was actually able to sit in this and go, okay, he physically and emotionally and mentally cannot hurt me. So that's when I worked with Sakil, and I was able to take that through and send the healing and the forgiveness. But I had to give myself forgiveness as well for staying where I was for so long. You know, once I forgave myself on that, it was like I was able to take the backpack off my shoulder. This weight had totally been lifted. It was phenomenal. So for me, it was just really all about releasing all that, because once I did that, I had so much freedom. It was incredible. So, you know, if you take nothing else out of today, I would highly recommend that you know, if there is something in your past that just keeps raising its ugly head, two things: step away from it and look at it from the other person's perspective. Because when you can do that, it's just like, oh, okay, maybe I am encouraging them to be a little bit nastier to me because I'm actually stirring the pot. And I know I was doing that. You know, the more he tried to attack me, the more I attacked him. And it was just toxic. It was just awful. However, but once I was able to get out of that situation, you know, it was just incredible, the most empowering thing I've ever done, because I finally backed myself. And working with Sakil, he actually encouraged me to get the freedom by sending forgiveness. Incredible, incredible. So anyone that's doing any form of counselling work on a holistic level, or any, you know, healings, always bring in Sakil, always bring in Shamal, because there's love and peace, compassion, freedom and forgiveness. You know, when you've got those 5 things in one session, powerful, powerful, incredibly honouring for your client, because your client, you'll see your client will walk in and their shoulders will be hunched over and, you know, their head will be down. But when you've worked with Shamal and Sakil, it's amazing. They just, you know, it's like they're 10 foot tall and they've got this backpack that's been chucked in the corner. They don't need that anymore. And, you know, they've lifted the weight off themselves. So that's really, really beautiful. I'm just waiting to see if there's anyone else coming in. Okay, so there's someone online. I'm sorry, I've missed your name.
Day.
Dave?
Day, like daylight, day.
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks, darling. How can I help you today?
I would just love a general reading, and also I'd like to know more about my spirit guides.
Okay. I missed the very start of that, and I heard spirit guide at the end.
Oh, just mainly a general reading, and I would like to know who my spirit guides are.
Okay. All right, general reading. First of all, I have, just take a deep breath in for me, Dave.
Okay.
Dave, this is incredible. Your spirit guide, I'm actually seeing, is a wolf at the moment. I've got a wolf at you, but there is also you've actually got 2, and I'm specifically looking at animal spirit guides just at the moment, okay? One is a wolf,
okay,
which is telling me that you are incredibly protected. The other one I've got coming is a bear, and it's like oh, man, you are so loyal, darling. You are. I'm just seeing that people absolutely come to you, and it's like they download everything on you because you are so open. You're the shoulder that people cry on, is what I'm saying. I'm seeing great big hugs, you know, like those big bear hugs and comfort and support.
Yeah.
So working with the wolf, keeping you protected, but your other spirit guide is the bear, which is bringing in, there's a lot of love. So I would be working with those 2 spirit guides in particular. Also, Day, are you scared of the bear or are you scared of the wolf?
Hmm?
I'm just feeling that there's either the bear or the wolf is actually making you want to step back, but just know that they are really, really protecting you. Now, the other thing I'm getting though is I'm just feeling that your heart is needs a lot of love at the moment. I feel you need to be very working on yourself is what I'm saying. It's like you need to take time out from everything else around you and start working on yourself. The incident that happened around 3 or 4 years ago still is not fully addressed. You need to still be working on releasing anything from that. Okay? Are you resonating with that?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I've been working on that for a while now.
Yeah, like I don't know if you heard the start of this. I was talking about working with Sakil, your forgiveness and compassion and freedom, because when you can forgive yourself for whatever the incident was, you are actually going to feel like you can finally release it and start moving forward. Honestly, I would be starting to wear a lot of pink or red. So pink is around a lot of self-love, or even green. Green is around self-love as well. Red is all about positivity and power. And I feel that there are days where, you need that warm hug. Work with your spirit animal of the bear, because you will feel that hug, but you will feel the support around you as well. But in regard to the incident that happened 3 or 4 years ago, there still needs to be some finalisation on that. Is there a court case around that?
Well, there was an incident that I had an ex that went to jail, but we didn't go to court. I didn't go to court.
No, and that's okay, but I just feel you need to be really working on yourself, and you are a massive support for everyone, but I feel, Dave, that you've forgotten you, and I feel that you need to really start bringing back you and stepping out of the mud. I've got clearer waters coming for you. I just feel within 4 weeks there's going to be like this massive epiphany that you're going to have, and it's like you finally shut the door and move forward. It's like the door's still open to your past and it keeps dragging you back. So I'm just feeling within 4 weeks you're actually going to find this incredible strength that you're actually going to stand up and shut the door on the past, and you are moving forward. I've got beautiful, like there's a golden road coming up towards you. I actually feel that you're either going, there's 2 things. I've got you learning. So I feel that there's going to be books and computers in front of you. I've got you learning like a new course, but I've also got you moving. I've boxes everywhere around you. So it's like you're packing up and you're about to move. But you're doing a course that's just going to absolutely support the move as well. I feel that the move's going to be in regard to your work.
Right.
Okay. I'm just saying that there's an opportunity coming to you in a I'm just feeling that here it is again. There is an opportunity coming to you, but I actually feel you're going to be the support for someone else. Does that make sense?
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Your Time to Shine
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How is everyone doing this evening? I hope you are all doing well this week, and I wanted just to touch real quickly on some really exciting news. If you are Facebook friends with me over on my Julie Yeager Walker Medium page, you will see that not only have I updated my Wings of Souls website with some fantastic new photos and colors, but I've also added a class that's coming up on the 17th of May, and it is called Meditation and Mandalas. So it's pretty exciting. I'm only taking 10 people. So if you're interested in signing up, reach out to me on my Facebook page, Julie Yeager Walker Medium, or you can reach me at my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. You can find some information there and find out how to sign up. And for those of you who have been listening to the show for, a couple years now, when we first started out, Darlene was my partner and my co-host, and we are actually going to be doing a class as well. We're going to be doing group readings, and that's going to be happening on Friday, May 22nd. We haven't sent out the invites and the invitations on that yet, but that will be coming up probably tomorrow, maybe Saturday. So if you're interested in that, it's a great way to get some one-on-one time with Darlene and I, and having some great conversations with Spirit. So check that out. More to come on that. So how are you all doing this week? I don't know about you. It's been really crazy for me. There's been some really high highs, and then there's been some really low lows, which are not fun to go through. And it seems like one day is great, and the next day it's not. Sometimes you have motivation to get things done, and then other times there is zero motivation. So that's kind of the way my week has been. Today was not a very fun day. I ended up having to take my dog to the emergency vet for an eye craziness, for eye swelling. And so it kind of just started with all of that. It just was not a fun day. And many people that I talked to, they were having the same kind of day. It just wasn't a fun day. There was either technology issues, there was communication issues. So, during these times when the world is kind of topsy-turvy, and everybody's awakening to new energy and a new way of life, things aren't going to go smooth every day. And so when you're ready to throw your hands in the air and say, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, you just have to stop and remember that there's others that are feeling that too. And just be gentle with yourself. Right? That's the hardest thing for us to do, is to give ourselves a little bit of leeway and a little bit of TLC, because we are really our worst enemies, our own worst enemies. And we are the ones that are hardest on ourselves more than anybody else. And so when it comes time, when you have a day that's just frustrating and it's not working right, it gets really frustrating. And that's the time when you need to take pause, and then you need to do something for yourself. Do some little TLC, whatever that looks like. It might be going out and taking a walk in the sunshine, where you are right now. But just getting outside and being in nature and listening to the sounds of nature, whether that be water, whether that be the birds, whether that be the leaves and the wind blowing in the trees, whatever that is, it can be really a great place to start to kind of ground you. And that's what nature does, right? Being in nature will ground us, bring us back to the surface, and give us some clarity and some resolve. So getting in nature is a really great way to kind of get back on track. Now, another great way is, taking a long hot bath, reading a book, dancing. Some people love to dance. Some people love to run. Whatever that looks like for you, find something that works for you to give yourself a little bit of a break, to step back from whatever it is that is frustrating you. And believe me, I need to take my own advice right now. But to take a step back and really look at, what's going on. Bring yourself back to center. Bring yourself back to where you can find that calm and that peace, so that you're able to continue moving forward in all of this craziness. And you've heard me talk about this, the last few weeks. Step away from the TV, step away from the media, from all of the things going on in the world with, COVID-19 and all of this. Step away, because that too is going to help you regain some sanity and some enlightenment, especially if you are an empath, right? This is so important, to make sure that you can step away for a few moments and take a breath and take a breather. And you'll find that if you can do that on a daily basis, that you are going to feel so much better, so much more centered. And life probably won't look quite as dismal as what it had been looking before. But again, we're going to be having some of these highs and some of these lows. And, we're just going through a new moon, and, sleeping for some is going to be really tough. So, there's lots of things playing out right now that's kind of putting us all on edge more than normal. So remember, just be gentle with yourself and be gentle with those around you, because you never know what somebody else is going through. You don't know what their story is. You only know what your story is. So just take that in mind, get out in nature, take a break, and come back to center, because you're going to feel a lot better. And tomorrow is probably going to look a whole lot better. Just being in the energy of it, it's going to turn around and going to be better. So hang in there. Hang in there. So I hope that helps. Right now, we are going to go to the phone lines. We have Emma in New Zealand.
Hello.
Hi, Emma. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So you have a great name. It's the same as my daughter's name.
Oh, fantastic.
So what can we do for you this evening?
Julie, I would like some advice on love life and career, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time?
Love life and career.
Ah, got it. Okay. If you can hold on one moment, I'm going to tune in to see what your loved ones have to say. There's going to be a little bit of silence, but I'll be right back with you, okay? Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so Emma, what they're showing me right now is they're kind of showing me your career path right now, and it is like I feel like I'm on a high car ride. I mean, it's zooming. It's going very, very fast. There are things coming up for you as far as opportunities, and they're going by really, really quick. And it's almost like you're having trouble like slowing that down and catching the ride, so to speak. There's a lot of activity with your current position. I can feel it. It feels almost like a roller coaster right now. Of course, that is, I mean, it's kind of the way the world is feeling right now. It's a little bit of a roller coaster ride, but I feel like just with you and your career right now, you kind of feel like you're on a roller coaster ride and you're not sure if you need to get off or if you need to stay on. Is that a pretty accurate account?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they're showing me that things are just going by so quickly. The energy that is flowing around you is very quick. It's very. It's not sticking around very long. It's like it's here 1 minute, it's gone the next. I feel like that you're looking to move into a different type of position, or maybe even a different complete job at this. Or okay, let me slow it down here. Either looking for a new direction within the career that you're doing, so like a different position, or there is an opportunity that's going to be presenting itself that's going to be outside of what you are doing already. But again, that energy is moving so quick that you're having a really hard time deciding which way to go. So how are you feeling in your current position?
Yep. I do feel stuck in the
Okay.
still I'm in a position. They've offered me a promotion for next season. I'm a dairy farmer, but it's got a whole lot of red flags, and I don't know if I should take it.
Okay. So there's going to be something else coming up. There's going to be something coming up within the position that you're in right now. Okay. But it's what they're showing me is it's really going to be your choice, because about the same time that this other opportunity within the organization coming up, there's going to be an outside opportunity coming in and to you. And so at that point, you're going to have to sit and evaluate which is going to be the highest and best for you.
Okay.
Now they're showing me that there really isn't going to be a wrong answer for you, because both of these opportunities are going to be really fantastic. So it's going to be a little bit of a hard decision for you to make. But there is going to be one thing in there for you that actually is going to just tip the scales just slightly. It's going to feel the best for you when you stop and think about it. So when you're given these opportunities, your team is showing me, your loved ones are showing me that you should stop and take a breath and ask yourself, if I were to take this internal position, how would I feel in 5 years? And see how that feels for you. Then ask the question, if I were to take this opportunity outside of my organization, how would I feel in 5 years? Okay. And that's really going to help you make that final call, that final evaluation. So they're saying go within and listen to your gut on this.
It's the safest thing to do would, as I said, there's so many red flags. Doesn't feel good.
Right. So I know that everybody is kind of on this lockdown position, but there's still showing me there's movement. There is still movement within everything going on. And right now, people and companies are positioning themselves to hire and be ready to hire back or hire new when that time is right. So this isn't going to be something that I'm feeling like this is going to be more like June, July, August, somewhere in there for you. So there's a couple of months in here where you have time to just kind of focus on what it is you need to do right now.
Okay. The new season starts for us on the 1st of June.
I'm sorry?
The new season starts for us on the 1st of June.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, there's, again, there's something, it's going to be more somewhere in July, August timeframe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I think I've already got my answer because, as I said, it doesn't feel good to stay there.
See, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, fun times.
Always trust your gut. Your team is telling me that you have a very good insight. You're intuitive in the fact that you know what is the best for you because you can feel that. It's just that you don't trust it all the time, right? And so they're saying trust that feeling, okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You are so very welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
Yep, you too. Thank you very much, Julie.
You're welcome, Emma. Good night.
All right, good night.
All right. Next, we have Christina in Massachusetts. Good evening, Christina, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, Julie. Is it Julie?
Yeah. How are you this evening?
Good. Trapped in the house, but good.
Yes. Everybody's getting very, very antsy. Yeah. So what can we do for you this evening?
Is there like a specific type of reading or?
No, if there's a question that you need to know or want an answer to, I can tune into that. Otherwise, if you want to leave it open, I can see what your loved ones want to bring through.
Okay, let's leave it open then.
Okay, perfect. So let me tune in with your loved ones and see what they have to say. And so there'll be just a little bit of silence, and I will be right back with you. Okay?
Okay.
Christina, so your team is showing me that you have an amazing ability to be that helping hand for somebody who needs it. You are always putting yourself before, sorry, let me back that up. You're always putting yourself for somebody else first rather than your intentions. So what you are there to give the shirt off your back, so to speak, to somebody else. There's a giving, caring, beautiful, beautiful soul that is within you. And you don't give yourself credit for that. They just keep showing me an outstretched hand going out to somebody else. You're that helping hand, that kind of like that light that somebody needs in the time of need.
That's definitely me.
I feel like that. I feel like you have your work or something has something to do with healing or possibly like a medical field, somewhere where you are always there helping somebody.
Yep.
They're showing me you are a natural healer.
Yep, I work for a hospital.
Okay. Well, there's where I was getting the help.
I used to be a receptionist.
Oh, you used to be what? Yeah, Christina, I can see that, and thank you for all that you do. I know in the midst of all the craziness, I don't know if that's what you're still doing right now. I kind of get the feeling that maybe you're taking a short break from that. But I feel like
I'm actually still working in the hospital.
Oh, you are? Okay. Okay, because I feel like there's been a break, or there's been an interruption in that
There
path.
has been, yeah.
Okay. So I guess that's why I was thinking maybe you would step back and take a break from that for a little bit. They're showing me that you're incredible at the job that you do. The amount of healing that you provide people just by being you and by caring and doing what you do every single day is so much more than the typical medicine around, right? Just by you being there, you are healing, you are creating healing for people around you, and it's such a beautiful sight. And you don't give yourself enough credit for that. So you really need to take pause, and you really need to say, you know what, I did a good thing today, because you are making a huge difference in so many lives, in so many ways that you can't even begin to imagine. And that is the biggest thing. You're such a giver that you're not receiving. You're not opening yourself up to receiving, whether that is a compliment, whether that may be anything, a gift, a small gift, maybe from somebody saying thank you. You have a really hard time accepting that. And I get that as being kind of that empath and that healer and that giver, receiving is something that's really hard. So your guides are saying, work on that, because as you receive, it's going to release some of that. It's almost like a pressure or something going on. It's going to relieve that. What it's going to do is it's going to allow you to give easier if you receive, because everything in the universe is about balance. So giving and receiving. And if one is out of balance, it can kind of throw everything off in your world. And I'm feeling like that's kind of where that is right now. You're giving, but you're not really allowing the receiving.
Yeah, that is definitely my life story right now.
Yeah. And so you need to allow that receiving, because things are coming to you. They're knocking at your door. They're saying, hey, Christina, but you're not there to let them in, right? Whether that be financial, whether that be abundance, whether that be gratitude, anything. It's knocking at your door and it's asking to be let in. And so you need to let it in.
Okay.
Okay. And Christina, we are coming down to the last few seconds of our show. So I hope this has been helpful. And I want to thank you so much for calling in this evening.
Thank you. Have a good
great
night.
evening. And thank you for all you do.
Thanks.
Well, that does it for us this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Catch me over on my new and improved website, www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com, or Julie Yeager Walker Medium, and of course my Facebook page, also Your Time to Shine. Check out some of my new classes. They're pretty exciting. We will see you guys all next week. Have a great week.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 Psychic Radio Network and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Avid Advice Live with Fia Johansson. Live from AvidAdviceLive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Avid Advice Live
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
There is somebody's mom here. She directed to you right now.
Fia is actually channeling my mother.
I have her right now with me.
She passed away 3 years ago.
She says, forgive me.
Hearing from my mom was amazing.
What she told you before, 3 days before she passed.
That she loves me and that she'll see me soon.
She's directing me another woman in the room. Please.
My grandmother was my mentor growing up.
There's two women that directed by her right now. You and her. She's talking about the man that she was concerned, and she's still concerned, and she asked for forgiveness for that man as well.
The man that she brought forward to forgive, that's my brother.
She's telling you to stop being weak. Bring more confidence into your life.
You know, we're all at different points in our lives. We've all been through different experiences, traumas, excitements, joy.
She's proud of you. You're quick on something. You stopped something that was very hard for you to do.
You wouldn't think that 10 years ago that I was addicted to drugs.
She says, I'm proud of you. Continue.
I never stopped asking the universe to show me the way.
She's talking about your pain. Let it go.
I don't have to have that story anymore. I don't have to hold on to the story of my pain, of my past, of my trauma. Today, I can let it go.
Let it go! She said, can you forgive me?
Yes.
Say goodbye to all things that could stop you to succeed, to feel good, to connect with your soul. Say yes high.
Yes.
Loud.
Yes.
Louder.
Yes.
She's asking you, can you forgive that person? She's directing someone else. She's directing a man. She's directing someone. Can you forgive that person? Can you forgive that person for her? Loud.
Yes, I forgive him.
Why you do forgive him? She want to know.
I forgive him for myself.
You are worthy enough to do everything for yourself. Not for anybody else, for yourself.
I know that takes a lot from her, but she gives. And she gives and she gives.
She's asking you to be strong, to be powerful, to be connected to your soul. You don't need anyone's affection and approval to be perfect. You are already perfect. Believe in yourself.
Yes.
Just say, yes, I do believe in myself.
Yes, I do believe in myself.
Louder.
Yes, I do believe in myself.
Louder.
Yes, I do believe in myself. And I believed in her. We're all from Brooklyn, New York, so there was a very Jewish Italian community there where people's homes were open and they would intermingle and share their faiths, share their food.
She's talking about backyard. She's talking about the trees. She's talking about dishes. She's talking about the chicken. She's talking about the chair. She's talking about everything. Please direct her what she's trying to say.
Nana's house.
Nana's. My mom's house. We all lived together. I mean, they lived there with my mom and my dad. They were always together. We were always together, always cooking. She made a better chicken parmesan than my mother.
Yeah, hers is better.
Hers was
but don't tell her that.
Yeah, don't tell my mom.
Don't tell Nana.
There is a power in sadness. There is a power in pain. And the power comes when you overcome it.
Talking to her really helped me, I think. It's definitely gonna kind of just clear my mind of all the negative thoughts that I had.
My father, Congressman Ron Dellums, who passed away a year and a half ago, visited FIA.
Today was a day to remember Ron Dellums, who in 1970 brought to Congress an anti-war and anti-apartheid stance that was branded as radical and dangerous.
Oh my God. He's asking, do you remember my hand?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what I told you?
Yeah.
Do you remember why I told you?
Yeah.
Dellums' youngest daughter, Piper, is proud that her father became an early voice against oppression in South Africa, applying pressure that would one day bring an end to apartheid.
You said, take my legacy, take my mantle. You're the smartest person I know. Go into the world and heal the land and do it in your way.
You know, Ron never gave up. He never became bitter. He loved people.
This is not my hand, this is your dad. He wanted you to tell again, louder, louder and clear, what he told you.
I'm passing you my mantle, I'm passing you my anointing, and passing it to you. You're the smartest one that I know. Run. There's so much work to be done. Run, run, run and heal the world, and don't stop. Do it in your way. Run, baby girl. Do it in your way.
So she's spoken to me like a sister, but also like an angel.
He said, I saw you when you cried in front of that candle. Why did you cry?
She's given me the